Here we are. As we sit on a Monday, the Pittsburgh Steelers go 0-3 inside of the 2024 preseason, and why maybe you shouldn't be as worried as you may be. Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports, everybody. I'm Jason. Let's dive in here for another exciting week of Pittsburgh Steelers content, NFL news, and just kind of dissect exactly where this team is ahead of tomorrow when there will be cuts. 4 p.m. tomorrow, there will be the deadline for the cutdown day, and you look at this Steelers roster and you say, where do they need help? Where would they maybe possibly go out there and explore cut down options? How is this team right now with the players that it currently has? Are you comfortable going into the season? And I have to answer that question with a big fat yes. I am very comfortable with what I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be able to do inside of the 2024 season. I have really high hopes, and I know I hang my hat on a corny statistic. When Mike Tomlin does poorly in the preseason, that's usually when his football teams succeed in the regular season and postseason, actually. So I'm going to hang my hat on that, and I'm going to put my faith in that for this season. However, for real, all jokes aside, I think this football team is poised to do some special things in 2024. You look at this defensive unit that was without a TJ Watt, an Alex Highsmith, a Cam Hayward. Really, the majority of the preseason, 99% of the preseason, was played without any of its real true all-pro, Hall of Fame type superstars along that defense. And the way that they were able to still play, the way they were able to still create splash plays and make things happen for that defense and really still shine and bring that Steelers type of play out there week in and week out during the preseason has to be super encouraging for all of you as Steelers fans. I know it is for me because the Pittsburgh Steelers go out there again, every preseason game, and there are sacks, there are interceptions, there are splash plays that you're seeing from this team. And what will they be able to do when you add in all of those all-pro guys that are waiting in the wings, ready to go, ready to get this season started in on a healthy note? They are fresh, they are healthy, they are fired up and poised and ready to go. I really like some of the emergence of some of these young guys, man. Keanu Benton is really exciting this year, even though he concerned me in the preseason, this offseason, by dropping a significant amount of pounds for him anyway. And I didn't know how he would fit, but I'm really confident in what he's going to be able to do. I think he's been able to do some things that are really, really special, and I like the speed in which he's getting off the ball. I like the way Nick Herbig leading again in sacks with 3.5. Hey, Nick and two's our skipper at top 3 for preseason sack totals, for the most in Steelers history during the preseason. Nick Herbig, 2 years in a row, 3.5 sacks. Just a really exciting young player with his speed, intelligence of finding the football are just, man, unmatched right now, and I really like the way Nick is playing football, and he is another player that I'm so super excited about. I've been super high on him since the Pittsburgh Steelers went out there and drafted Nick from the Wisconsin Badgers, and I just thought it was a quality pick, and I think it's starting to pay off in a big way, and I think you're going to see a lot of snaps from Nick Herbig this year in significant moments. I definitely think that. You look at some of the guys that have had rough starts in their NFL career. DeMarvin Leal, I love the way he's been able to play this offseason or this preseason. So those few players that are really starting to get moving here that are ultra exciting. I really like the secondary. I think Corey Trice is going to truly fit that avatar role that Mike Tomlin keeps putting him in, saying that he's an avatar out there, that he is a just some unworldly type talent for a 7th rounder, and I really truly believe that. I think you're going to continue to see some of the other rookie guys maybe shine. I think you may see Beanie Bishop continue to grow. I don't think he's the starter just yet. Maybe he ends up being that starter just due to what they have out there right now in the slot corner role. But I really think Beanie Bishop's going to continue to grow. I think Watts is going to continue to grow. I really like the way he's playing. I know he had that injury, but Tomlin described that as a stinger. So I like those players. I'm really excited about the secondary as a whole. I think they're going to be good. I think this defense as a whole, particularly when they are all out there and healthy and all the starters are out there, it's a top 3 unit in this league, if you ask me, at least right now. What I've seen in the preseason, with the depth, with what I think the Steelers defense can do, I definitely think they are a top 3 unit. And that has to be exciting because I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to play a brand of football offensively that is very complementary of what that defense is going to be able to do. You turn your focus over to the defense or to the offense. You ask yourself, are you comfortable with what they got? And I got to say yes. And I think that's being led by Russell Wilson, the veteran. I know many of you are calling for Justin Fields to be put out there, but I think the best course of action right now is allowing Russell to start week 1, allowing this offense to continue to grow, allow Justin to continue to grow. And when the time is right, he will get his opportunity and hopefully he'll seize that moment. And hopefully then, when the time is right, guys. The time isn't right now. And hopefully he'll take that moment and run with it and really show why he should be the next franchise quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Perhaps, maybe that happens. But I'm really excited with Russell Wilson and what he's going to be able to do as a veteran, as a guy that's won his Super Bowl, as a steady, consistent presence there for your Pittsburgh Steelers. So offensively, I'm okay at quarterback. And could it be better? Absolutely, it could be better. But am I confident? Absolutely, I'm confident. I think that the Steelers will be okay under the guidance of a guy like Russell Wilson, man. I'm really, truly sold on what they're going to be able to do. And the wide receiver room is a focus. We know that. And will the Steelers go out there? The Brandon Ayuk deal seems to be one in which probably will not happen. Where will the Steelers turn? Do they go somewhere else to find a 1B, a number 2 type guy? I think they still need to add there. We'll see what the cutdown day holds. Any type of casualty on the roster for some team that they just couldn't fit in one of the quality players because they have an abundance of talent at that position, maybe to where the Steelers could still add. I still have really super high hopes on a guy like Van Jefferson. I think he played really well so far this offseason throughout the preseason. I don't know about the Roman Wilson thing. We'll see how that injury continues to develop and what he is going to be able to do. But I just don't think he's seen enough snaps here, to be able to, put his foot in the door. I just don't know what's going to happen there. We'll have to continue to monitor that. I love Calvin Austin. I think he's going to be ultra productive here. George Pickens, of course, is going to be a beast. They target him every time they're out there or he's on the field. He's being targeted and being utilized, and that's a positive sign for me also because I want to see George being utilized. I also love the tight end room. I think that it has some special talent within there. I continue to caution you to not discount a guy like Connor Hayward. I think he is going to have a monster breakout season, is going to be super reliable in big moments. I really truly have high hopes for Connor, and I think he is potentially a budding superstar, a guy that's in a weird wonky position considering you don't know whether he's a real tight end, a fullback, a running back, whatever, but he's a guy that can go out there and do it all, and you can fill in with Connor Hayward anywhere, and you got to love that about him. And you know how Mike Tomlin values that versatility. So I'm okay. I like the running backs. Jalen Warren will be back week 1, according to him. That injury, also according to Mike Tomlin, hasn't been a significant hamstring pull or strain in any way. So we're going to continue to rely on Jalen being there week 1. Cordell Patterson starting to show what he can do. Also, I like that element. We'll talk about some of the bubble guys maybe tonight, guys that could possibly make this roster on both offense and defense. But there's some players there, P. Ryan, players like that, get you excited for the 2024 season and the depth that the Steelers could have. Then you look and face your attention to that offensive line and you say, are they good enough? Have they, had a couple injuries here that are worrisome? Dylan Cook's going to be out. That takes a little bit of your depth away. I thought he had a chance to make this roster. You had Herbig go down with a season-ending rotator cuff That, really hurts the depth. But you have guys like Spencer Anderson, guys that Troy Fautanu, whom will return and be part of this unit. There's guys there, and I think Zach Frazier's going to continue to grow. I think he'll end up having a phenomenal year as a rookie. I think he'll really stand out. I think Broderick Jones will get his feet underneath him and continue to grow. You have Dan Moore Jr., he's going to have to be there now kind of deal because your depth has been tested already with those two injuries, Dylan Cook and Nate Herbig. I'm confident in the offensive line also. And I want to remind everybody you've not seen the Pittsburgh Steelers at full go just yet. And I think you're going to see that in Atlanta. And I think you're going to see the Pittsburgh Steelers come out and stomp on the Atlanta Falcons in week 1. I think they're really going to curb stomp the Atlanta Falcons and really put an ass beating on them. I'm predicting that. I know we haven't seen a high-powered offense or a high-powered amount of points put on the board by the Pittsburgh Steelers in quite some time, on a consistent basis. But I really, truly think they're going to get the 2024 season off in a big way. And I think they're going to go down there and hang a bunch of points down there. And I'm not saying it's all going to be from the offense because I think the defense is going to be opportunistic. I think you're going to see a defensive score in week 1 or 2. And I definitely think you're going to see the offense be able to manufacture at least 21 to 24 points. And I really like the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into Atlanta week 1. And I know they've been put into the basement and people haven't been picking them. And I'm all cool with that. And I'm very, very high on this football team, and I think you should be too. And I think the Steelers team will continue to add, and I think there will be more additions from Omar Khan here. He will be shopping here on cutdown day, and he will be shopping before the start of the regular season, and you could possibly see some new faces on the 53-man roster in the black and gold for 2024. All right, guys, don't forget to join us today for our live show. We'll run that here this evening. We'll shoot for 8 p.m., but make sure you turn your notification bells on to be alerted in case we decide to maybe do it a little bit earlier. So make sure your notification bell is turned on. I will post in the community section if we will go any earlier than 8 p.m., but 8 p.m. seems to be when we're going to do it tonight. So, again, thank you. And we'll see you tonight. Until then, I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports. Peace.